so I can... Huh? Yeah.
As a parent, you're faced with making lots of choices for your children. And sometimes choosing can be difficult, especially when it comes to entertainment. Can they watch that new TV show? Which movies can they go see? What video games can they play? Just like TV and movies, choosing appropriate video games is important because certain games may not be suitable for kids. Fortunately, there's the ESRB video game rating system. It's a simple tool to help me choose the video games that are okay for my children to play. On the front of the game package is the rating symbol. We're all pretty familiar with them. E for everyone, E10 plus for kids 10 and older, T for teen, and M for mature. And on the back is a description of what's actually in the game. The video game rating system helps me choose which video games are right for my kids and which ones may not be. Use the rating system by looking on the package of every computer and video game. You'll be glad you did. For more information, visit esrb.org.
Hi, everyone. This is A Taste of Dawn. I'm your host, Dawn Garcia, and this is a show about indulging in this crazy thing we call life. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is Dawn from A Taste of Dawn. I'm so excited to be back on the air. We have a very fun show planned today. Hopefully, everybody gets to call in. But we are going to have David Carroll on, who is an amazing photographer out of New York. And we're going to have Allie Levine, who is a wardrobe stylist to the celebrities. And hold on just a second, because I need to pull up some of my notes. Hopefully, we got Christopher Hill calling in from Bachelor Kitchen, and that's who we got lined up. But I just want to encourage all of you to call in and talk to me. The topic of today's, in terms of just, I have a question for you guys to call me with, is to tell me what your favorite food is. I think that says a lot about a person. It's hard to pick. I know it's an emotional experience eating, but if we can just kind of start there and have you guys engage, that would be fantastic. So, I wanted to talk to you about, this has been a kind of a crazy week because I'm getting ready to work on the next issue to release for next week. And it's going to be issue number 1 of 2013. So I'm definitely excited about that. And the theme is art and photography, which I touched on last Tuesday, or this past Tuesday. But I did want to talk to you about what I did this week. I got to go and meet with Ron Pippin. I did describe that, but we got to sit inside of his studio, and it was really incredible to just be in an artist studio where they, kind of dwell in terms of creativity and all of that. It was really fun, but I got a lot of insight in terms of him as an artist, and it definitely inspired me. But if you get a chance to check him out, definitely go to ronpippin.com. And his work is just a very interesting kind of, it's a lot of skeletal compositions of animals and different things like that, but it's this wonderful in-between of life and death and all of that. And again, I know I touched on it a little bit, but it was just a fascinating interview to sit with him. We sat for, 2.5 hours just talking about how he sees his art and creativity and kind of tapping into the soul behind his work. And that was really... it's a very personal thing. It's a very vulnerable thing for an artist to open up like that. So I really appreciated it. And also just the honesty. And he kind of told me a little bit about some of the things that he's experienced in his profession. And of course, the ebbs and the flows and the ups and the downs and all of that, which is pretty much what every artist goes through. And then yesterday, my day started off with a sit down. I got to go have lunch with Rod Gantu and Chef Kimmy Tang at 90210 Pho in her new Glendale location, which for those of you who are in the area, I just want to let you know that tomorrow she is doing the official ribbon cutting ceremony, and it is going to be tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, and you're more than welcome to go. The address is 1164 Glendale Galleria Way. It's actually inside the Galleria, so if you're in Glendale, there you go. There's a picture of Miss Kimmy Tang, and it was just the most incredible lunch. You're getting some images of all the wonderful food that we ate. That right there, actually, on the screen for those of you who are watching, is the... sorry, I wasn't quite prepared for that. Hang on one second. those were the lamb dumplings, and those were just extraordinary. And then we had, these are the mini pork bao. And these were so good. I've never had so much flavor in any kind of dumpling like this. That first of all, they're made so delicately and beautifully, but they were just flawless in taste. And the one thing I have to say, you'll see some of the shots from our lunch, but honestly, the flavors that she uses really, I don't know, it's something so unique to her. And she has the traditional background and the fundamentals of both Vietnamese and Chinese cooking, and she implements her own take on everything. But when you walk in to the Glendale location, which before I get too ahead of myself, I do want to just let you know where it's actually located. It's in the Glendale Galleria, and it's going to be facing the Americana It brand. So it's right on really right across the street from each other. And when you walk in, though, the minute you walk in, there's this big wall of greens, and every single thing on that wall is edible. And I learned quite a lot. She has 4 different types of mints, and she had pineapple mint, chocolate mint, apple mint, and spearmint. And I tasted each leaf, and I got to tell you, I've never had anything quite as tasty as that chocolate mint. It is such an interesting texture, and I kind of rubbed the leaf in between my fingers and just let the smell just sit for a second. And when you taste that and then imagine it in all the dishes that she creates, it's really beautiful. We did try a bunch of different dishes, but I want to kind of touch on the fresh rolls. For me, like, she adds her own take on everything. She does not believe in using MSG. She does not use anything that lacks in quality or flavor, or she doesn't compromise the integrity of any dish that she makes. And she is super adventurous and kind of tries whatever she feels like. She doesn't necessarily have the recipe all worked out sometimes, obviously, except for when it's on the menu. But she just does such a great job of envisioning a dish and then putting it together. She was telling us about all these amazing events that she's done, and she's a private chef as well. But I'm going to just touch on her menu again really quick. I can get carried away because we had such a great conversation. But if you get a chance to go, I would encourage you to try the fresh rolls. They're these beautiful spring rolls that are wrapped in the rice wrap. And instead of using some of the traditional ingredients, she actually uses jicama. And I loved the jicama. It was such a wonderful balance between that and the cucumbers and the carrots and then the pork. And it was these strips of pork, almost julienned pork. And honestly, together it was amazing. But then she brought up these crab cakes that she makes, and she uses taro, which is a very interesting ingredient for crab cakes. And it was the sauce. Honestly, I could have just eaten the entire bowl of sauce. It was a rice vinaigrette and then a traditional Vietnamese dipping sauce, but she used basil in it as well. And it really, the culmination of different tastes that were happening in your palate, it was like this explosion of different flavors from fresh to tangy to sweet. It was amazing with the crab cakes. So when you go, please, I would definitely encourage you to go. And of course, it's 9021 pho, so you got to get the pho soup. And her pho soup was so good. I had the spicy and sour. And again, it was funny because we ate so much food. And even when we ended with the meal, we ended with a mango sorbet that was served actually in half of a mango. It was so good. And as much as we ate, you could tell that the ingredients were so fresh because you didn't feel heavy at all. We could have probably eaten, 10 more dishes, but trying not to be too gluttonous, but it was just amazing. And Rod actually was the designer of the restaurant itself. It's this beautiful open space, very bright and colorful. But there's a sense of balance when you walk in. It's, I hate to use feng shui too much because it's a little tongue-in-cheek, but it really was a very feng shui feel. There was a lovely balance when you walked in, and you could smell the way that they set up that wall is when you're walking past, you get this little smell of spearmint. And anyways, there's a lot of thought that goes into it. So I just want to thank Chef Tang for just sitting down with me and telling me about her passion and, where her cooking and culinary background derived. And it started as a young child, and she was born in Vietnam, and then They tried to flee in the 70s, and then in 1988, they ended up in a Filipino refugee camp. Her story is just so interesting, and then eventually ended up in Bakersfield, of all places. And she has been really, her career as a chef has been pretty profoundly impressive, really. She's got so many successful restaurants. She's got 4 now of 90210 Pho. There's a brand new one about to open in Sherman Oaks, which is set to open, they are thinking late spring, but definitely by Mother's Day, hopefully. And then to the patio at the Glendale location, which is going to be spectacular, will be ready again around the same time. I could have gotten the Sherman Oaks opening wrong, but I know it's going to be set to open this week or this year. I think by summer for sure. But anyways, it was just really something to sit down with somebody who is such a spectacular human being, and she's just fierce in her approach to what she does. And she was telling me about how she trains some of the chefs that come in. She actually works with students from the local culinary institute, and she brings them in and just kind of throws them in the fire and is there with them every step of the way, training them and just letting them know that, if you really want to be a chef, you've got to work really hard. It's not, it's not an easy process, but if you have the passion for it, it's really incredible what can come out of that. And you can taste the love in every single dish of hers that she creates. That is without question. And when you talk to her about everything, it's just this spark kind of sets off, and everything that she says, you could just tell that there's a real, not to repeat it, but there's a real love behind her cooking. And she's been known to, on the side, she actually, aside from her restaurants, she's been a private chef for some very well-known people, including, let's see, we have a long list, actually. Jackie Chan and Larry King and Mickey Rourke and Sofia Vergara. I have to say that right. But she's got a loyal following, and that's pretty impressive as a chef these days, because with everything that changes so frequently, she had such a warm welcome when she opened up her original 90210 Pho in Beverly Hills. And anyways, it was just lovely. But she now devotes herself. She was telling me that her lifelong dream was to own a restaurant, and now, of course, she's accomplished that dream. And so now she's going to devote her life, hopefully in the next 5 years, she wants to retire and spend her days working with orphanages around the world and helping them in any way she can. And also, of course, this idea of introducing them into different flavors and different foods and helping out in the kitchen. And, when you meet somebody like that, that's so dynamic, it really does kind of restore your faith in mankind. And so I, again, want to just thank her and Rod so much for taking the time to sit with me yesterday. And so that was my day. And then the second part of my afternoon, actually, we're about to take a break, so maybe I'll hold off on that. But I do kind of want to, the question I had posed to all of you out there was, what is your favorite food? And I think that is a very interesting topic, because every single person there's such a different range, and it could be something as simple as like, chocolate or whatever it is. But I'm just really interested. So if you're out there and you're listening, could you please call in and let me know what your favorite food is? And hopefully we've got our callers calling in pretty soon. And don't forget, you guys can call in at 855-693-4897. And, we're about to take a break. So thanks, you guys. We'll see you in a few minutes. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, this is your host, Dawn Garcia, on ATOD Radio, savoring life one moment at a time.
This segment brought to you by the Monster Marketing Group, 888-49-MONSTER, or www.monstermg.com. Your one-stop shop for all of your logo, design, print, and marketing needs. If you can dream it, you can create it.
And remember, they specialize in doing it quick.
Design, shipping, and handling not included. This product is not made to diagnose, treat, cure, to prevent any disease. If you have an erection that's more than 4 hours, call another hooker. Don't go to the ER. Use it or lose it.
Are you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Yo, what's up? This is your boy MC High promoting for my boy DJ Slim. Got a party coming up, wedding, 15, or just a kickback? Hit us up with some of the sickest and baddest collection from old school, hip hop, Latin, house, salsa, cumbias, y más. We will surely keep your party going. Give us a call at 951-261-1185 or just check out our website at djslimla.com. Book now before the date is taken. Peace.
Slim.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra-modern, ultra-clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
This segment's sponsored by Mucho Macho Michelada. Whenever you got to spice up your beer, Mucho Macho Michelada is for you. Only real men.
Did you say mucho macho?
Mucho Macho, baby, where the real men come to drink.
Hey, I don't always drink michelada, but when I do, I drink mucho macho michelada.
If only Arvin could be a little more mucho macho.
Will it put some hair on my chest?
No, but te quema entrando y saliendo.
Hi, everyone. This is A Taste of Dawn. I'm your host, Dawn Garcia, and this is a show about indulging in this crazy thing we call life. Hi, everybody. We are back, and I just wanted to thank you guys for tuning in. And every week, I promise it's going to get better and better. And next week, we're going to have some music in the studio, which will make everything so much more fun. And the guys in the booth are excited about that, Alan and Julio. And I'm sure the boys out back are doing their happy dance. I know they're not really, but I'm just going to pretend that they are. So I also wanted to kind of tell you, again, I'm going to tell you about my day yesterday because it was such a big day of really, truly extraordinary people. So after my lunch with Chef Kimmy Tang, I had to go work on my interview. Hello. I'm saying hello to the boys that are waving to me in the back. You have to wave at least if you're going to say hello. Nothing? No love. Okay. But anyways, I went to meet with Charlie White. And for those of you who don't know who Charlie White is, let me just tell you that he is probably someone that you would know if you saw his work. He was responsible for, well, recently, I'm going to start with the most recent because coming out is the next, like I mentioned this before, but the new Roman Coppola film, and it's called Inside the Mind of Charles Swan III. And it was very exciting because Tuesday night, actually, Charlie Sheen gave Charlie White a shout out on I think it was David Letterman. And the movie is based on, roughly, I should say, it's roughly based on Charles's life. But Charlie is an illustrator and a graphic designer and an artist. And his work spans from the 60s on. He has done everything from creating one of the most famous Star Wars posters for the films to... hold on. Somebody's sending me a message. Let's see what they say. All right. So anyway, so Charlie's work, again, he did one of the very famous Star Wars posters. And I did not give that picture to the boys, but if you guys stay tuned and pay attention to the next magazine issue, I promise I will post all of the pictures. But he is now he's in his 70s and he still creates every day. And basically his career started in 65, I want to say. 60, let's say, hold on, my computer's lagging a little bit. In 65, he started working on some major projects, including the design and layouts of major Las Vegas casinos like Treasure Island, the Bellagio, and then the Steve Wynn at the time, who did Treasure Island, hired on, after seeing Charlie's work, hired him on to do all kinds of. Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to find this, and I'm not having an easy time pulling on my computer. It's running a little bit slow for whatever reason. Anyways, he worked on the famous. Now it's changed, of course, because Vegas has to change all the time. But it really was one of the fixtures. It's the Treasure Island, outside of Treasure Island, the original ship, the skull, all of that was all Charlie's work. And he has just done really impressive work, including the famous Rolling Stones chrome mouth with wings. That was Charlie's design. And he has worked with so many people. But when you talk to him about his art and the things that he's done, he's so funny because, to him, it's just what he loves. But to me, it's just amazing how much his body of work spans. He's an illustrator. He's done graphic design. He's done a lot of different things, but he was most noted in the mid-'60s for a new technique that he used that was airbrushing, which really had not been seen until that time. So he was kind of an innovator of the style. But he was just really ambitious and did every possible kind of art that you could imagine. And that was just exciting. So one of the things that he did and the people that he was connected with were some pretty big players, including this agency called Hervis, Benzer, and Churchill. So basically the story is that Charlie was hired to do the Ladies and Gentlemen, the Rolling Stones poster, and then he worked on the premiere party and all of this, which is he just explains it as the things that were visually seen were absolutely outside of this realm. But, do we have something coming in here? Are you typing? Okay, type. Sorry, the boys in the back. Anyways, we are, sorry, that distracted me for 1 second. Basically, he did this major party, but when he talks about the party, the Rolling Stones, of course, that they're huge, and even then they were huge. They were just coming out with this big documentary about them. And when he describes some of the things that happened, he's like, there were things that you couldn't believe you were seeing, but you couldn't actually show. So there was no crazy, they couldn't show some crazy pictures from the event or anything like that. It was pretty entertaining. But, a call? Okay, we got a call. Hello? 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 Oh, I can't hear anything. Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who's this?
This is Manny.
Hi, Manny. How are you?
I'm doing great. I just wanted to talk about the best food on the face of the earth.
Absolutely. What is your favorite food on Earth, you say?
It's God's gift to Earth. It's Spam.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know my theory on Spam, to me it is a non-food. Okay, so tell me, why is Spam your favorite food, Manny?
Because it goes with anything. It goes with chorizo. It can go with eggs. It can go with beans. You can put it on a burger. You can wrap it in rice. I mean, what other food is as universal as Spam?
Oh, I'm just gonna say that Spam and chorizo, and I've said this on the Three Guys show, is that just like, it's a heart attack. That's just a heart attack waiting to happen.
But isn't anything worthwhile in life? Isn't that a possibility it might give you a heart attack?
It comes from a can.
I'm just saying.
All right, so what would you say? Is there a way to healthy up Spam?
You can buy the 25% less sodium Spam.
Really?
That's the only way you're going to improve on that.
There really is a less sodium Spam?
There is. There's a Spam out there that I think is either 25 or 50% less sodium.
So does that take it down from like 2,000 grams per like dime-sized bite to maybe 1,000 milligrams of
sounds about right.
sodium?
It sounds about right. I mean, you're probably still going to get the heart attack, but at least you can eat twice as much Spam before you get there.
Nice. Well, thank you, Manny. Do you have anything else to add? Is there any other food that you think is just, worth mentioning, or is Spam kind of sticking with?
No, I think I'm sticking to Spam.
All right.
Spam for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I'm not going to say I haven't had Spam grilled in a skillet, but I'm just going to say I'm going to pass.
Well, there you go. Again, congratulations. Love listening to you every Tuesday and Thursday.
Thanks so much for calling, Manny. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, you guys. So that really is, I think I'm talking about Charlie and everything, but I really do want to touch on food and kind of some of your favorite foods that are out there. As you know, A Taste of Dawn is a show just kind of about enjoying life and everything. And that means everything in between, including just going out and having a good meal, going out and having a good cocktail or wine or beer, whatever it is you're into, and just exploring some of that. And I really think that the premise of all of this should be about just no judgment. You try whatever you want, including Spam. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy. But I would love to encourage people to have a little bit more of a healthy lifestyle. But that's totally fine if that's not your thing. I just think food in general, as long as you go outside the box and try new flavors and try new things. I see these dishes that are created all the time on Facebook through some of my chefs. And I have an amazing, amazing network of chefs. Oh, all right, you guys, hold on. We've got David Carroll finally on the line. Yay. Hold on one second. Hi, David.
Hey, Dawn.
Hi, David.
All right, first I want to tell you something.
Okay.
I've eaten Spam under adverse conditions. The first and one of the only times I've ever eaten Spam was north of Baffin Island, which is about 200 miles from the magnetic North Pole.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's
and
right.
We weren't finding any caribou or anything to eat. I was brought out there by Inuits, and they busted out the Spam.
Oh, well.
Let me tell you, at 50 below, when you're hungry, a little fried up Spam tastes basically like salt and texture. So you eat it and you move on. So there's a purpose for Spam.
Well, and you were in like extreme conditions, in which case Spam is forgivable.
Well, you know what? I look at it this way. Any kind of caloric intake would have improved my situation. So anything they put in front of me, I ate. It was better than raw seal, which is maybe the worst thing I've ever eaten in my life. But
oh, my God. Really?
That's part of the deal, you know?
And how long were you
also, you want to try it because, I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
If you're up there on the ice and it's a whiteout and somebody's handing you a form of flesh to eat, you'll eat it.
Right, this is true.
Reality.
What if it's a person?
The person handing it to me?
No, what if it's human? Food is food now,
maybe,
right?
I don't know. I mean, that's more of a South American thing when you're with soccer teams, I think.
This is true. All right, so I want to talk about your latest exhibition in New York, and it's all about street art, or street photography, I'm sorry.
Well, street photography.
Yes. So you want to tell us a little bit about how that came about?
Okay, so here's the deal. How it came about. So in New York City, we have a museum called the Museum of the City of New York.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually own two buildings. There's the Museum Mile up on Fifth Avenue on the Upper East Side, and they have everything from the Metropolitan all the way north. There's a million museums up there. And that's their main, their main building. It's one of those, they look kind of like mansions. If you're not from New York, you know the row. I mean, if you're from New York, you know the row where there's just building after building of museums. And the Guggenheim's up there, and it goes all the way north. Okay, so that's the main building for the Museum of the City of New York. About 2 years ago, they took over the South Street Seaport Museum. And I think one of the first photo shows they did was Occupy Wall Street. And it was a combination of journalists and amateurs and a whole bunch of people, and they put all these photos in the show. And it was so successful, I think that the curator thought, wow, this is a great space, and we get a lot of traffic. Let's do something that isn't normally done. And you don't normally see street photography shows.
Right.
Should I explain what street photography is a little bit?
Yes, and then don't forget to touch on the Sandy part of it, too.
Yeah. So street photography. Basically street photography. There's different kinds of photography. There's journalism, there's documentary photography. I mean, for the, for truthful photography, real life photography, not advertising, not a. Right. And street photography, I don't know how it's defined exactly, but street photography is more about the individual image as opposed to like telling a story with a bunch of photographs. When you start telling a story, it becomes, documentary photography or editorial photography.
Right.
So street photography basically is a bunch of images of unique things, and it's in theory it should all be truthful, all should be reality captured in a snapshot. And I guess the most famous photographer that does street photography is Gary Winogrand, who is, in my opinion, the greatest there ever was. So there's him. I shoot all different kinds of stuff, but I also shoot street photography. Actually, I probably started out shooting street photography the most because that was my influence, and then figured out a way to make a living as a photographer and combined it with many different kinds of photography. So back to the museum. So South Street Seaport, they decided to put in their museum there as part of the Museum of the City of New York, a street photography exhibition. And what they did was they put a to be perfectly honest, I don't know how they found the photographers. I know how I was asked to participate, but they put out some sort of call for people shooting street photography, and all these people. They had the curator of the museum, Sean Corcoran, who's the curator of photography, Stella Kramer, who used to be the photo editor at Newsweek, Pulitzer Prize winning Stella Kramer.
Right.
And this is horrible, and another person whose name I don't know. Isn't that awful?
No, I could look it up.
But I
guess.
don't. So, I mean, so that's at least I'll tell the truth. I'm not going to make it up. So anyway, so they looked at thousands of pictures, from what I understand, and they narrowed it down to. It looked to me about 100, 150 photographs in this space.
Yeah.
And they chose 4 of mine. And it was 4 pictures I've taken in the last few months. And they, we talked about what pictures to put up and everything, and they selected 4 of my photographs that I showed them. And so this show is actually this amazing collection of, I don't know, maybe 60 or 70 photographers, over 100 pictures.
Wow.
And they got them from all over New York. And there's people from outside of New York. There's people from Philly, like Michael Pan, and there's some people from England. There's people from all over the place. But they're pictures in New York City, I think taken in the last decade. Or 10 years, something like that. And so it's cool. And actually, it's probably, I've been to a lot of shows.
Yeah.
This is maybe the best street photography show, as a group show, I've ever seen. And I've seen them in London. I used to live in Europe, and I've seen, you just don't often see a group of photographs from a variety of photographers shooting street. It's really interesting because it's like capturing real life. So
well, now and did anybody, because I just saw some of the work from you and Michael, but did anybody shoot any post Sandy or pre Sandy?
Well, I think it was already curated by Sandy.
Oh, was it?
As a matter of fact, the show was supposed to open a month ago, but because of the damage to South Street Seaport, South Street Seaport literally is on the water. So they got all kinds of flooding, and it was supposed to. I'm not sure. I think it was supposed to open December 1. So no, there was no Sandy stuff, and this isn't even about that.
Right.
But this is about street and New York in the last. It's non-specific to a. It's more like. Actually, a good way to describe it would be it's like a bunch of singles, meaning songs from different albums. So imagine each photographer's an album, and they each pick a song, and so that's the way they kind of did it. And I love the way they displayed my stuff. They did this nice little grid pattern of my pictures.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm next to another photographer named Erica McDonald, who actually they did something interesting. I shoot all horizontal; she shoots vertical, so we're next to each other. And it looks really cool that way. It's like they did a nice job of that. But
and they were color and black and white, right?
Yes,
I'm
it's
looking
color
at
and black and white. My stuff's all black and white. Here's where I'm going to be like the guy who's saying the thing they don't want to hear. I think street photography is much better black and white. I have almost no interest in color street photography, and yet they put a bunch in the show, and I have to take a better look so that I can, decide what I think. So but I'm just a black and white street photography kind of guy. And if Sean's listening, sorry, Sean, that's just what I'm sure you're not surprised I'm expressing.
So now, really quick too, just can you give them a little bit of background of you as a photographer? Because I got to interview, for those of you who haven't read anything, I interviewed David, and you can look it up on my magazine, and his work is pretty impressive. And it's
pretty impressive. Come on.
I can't say anymore. It's
I'm a rookie.
Damn impressive.
The New Yorker. This is funny. The New Yorker reviewed the show.
Oh.
And they listed like 8 photographers, I think, and they said, they break it down like what the show's about, and they say, and 4 seasoned veterans, and they named 4 people, including like Sylvia Plocki, who a lot of people might know.
Right.
And then and some rookies, and they listed me as a rookie.
Oh no,
yeah,
you're not a rookie.
And then of course Sean, the curator's like, I'm sorry, I don't know why they said that. I said, dude, I'm in the magazine. That's all I care about. Just spell my name right, one R and one L, and I'm good. I'll be a rookie. They'll think I'm like 28. I'll take that.
And you,
but so it was really nice. And actually, they got a lot of good press. Time Lightbox ran a little story about it and used my pictures, and so did PDN. So it was nice. It's getting good press. I heard Mayor Bloomberg. Was it the opening? Yeah, I guess Bloomberg was there for the opening. I didn't see him. I bailed out pretty quickly. It was crowded.
So now, just really quick too, can so you have this exhibition and it runs through April, right?
April 5th, I think, is when it's up until.
All right, so I will post a note on my Facebook page about it, and you guys can go to southstreetseaportmuseum.org to check out all of the information.
It's at 12 Fulton Street in Manhattan.
It's where?
12 Fulton Street in Manhattan.
12 Fulton Street, okay. And like I said, I'll post everything on on my Facebook page as well as the magazine. And I just want to say thanks for calling in. And, just for the record, I actually do think he's probably one of the best photographers I've ever come across. So I'm
still not satisfied with that.
Well, no, your picture, the ice cream picture, the ice cream picture changed the way I saw food. The one picture. So you guys will have to check out that picture, and I'll post that picture again. But anyways, thank you so much, David, for calling me. I really, really, really appreciate it. And
my pleasure.
Check out his work, you guys. Have a really good rest of your day.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, you guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, this is your host, Dawn Garcia, on ATOD Radio, savoring life one moment at a time.
This segment's sponsored by Mucho Macho Michelada. Whenever you got to spice up your beer, Mucho Macho Michelada is for you.
Did you say mucho macho?
Mucho Macho, baby, where the real men come to drink.
Hey, I don't always drink michelada, but when I do, I drink mucho macho michelada.
If only Arvin could be a little more mucho macho.
Will it put some hair on my chest?
No, but te quema entrando y saliendo.
Are you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Yo, what's up? This is your boy MC High promoting for my boy DJ Slim. Got a party coming up, wedding, 15, or just a kickback? Hit us up with some of the sickest and baddest collection from old school, hip hop, Latin, house, salsa, cumbias, y más. We will surely keep your party going. Give us a call at 951-261-1185 or just check out our website at djslimla.com. Book now before the date is taken. Peace.
Slim.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra modern, ultra clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
This segment brought to you by the Monster Marketing Group, 888-49-MONSTER, or www.monstermg.com. Your one-stop shop for all of your logo, design, print, and marketing needs. If you can dream it, they can create it.
And remember, they specialize in doing it quick.
And remember, if you mention you heard about them and the 3 guys ran, you get 25% off your first order.
Over $10,000.
Design, shipping, and handling not included. This product is not made to diagnose, treat, cure, to prevent any disease. If you have an erection lasting more than 4 hours, call another hunter. Don't go to the ER, loser. Use it or lose it.
Hi, everyone. This is A Taste of Dawn. I'm your host, Dawn Garcia, and this is a show about indulging in this crazy thing we call life. All right, you guys, I just want to tell you really quick, I've got Christopher Hill on the line from Bachelor Kitchen. Are you there, Chris?
I am.
Hello.
Hello there. How's it going?
It's going. We finally connect.
Good. Are we on air?
We are on air, yes.
What's up, guys?
Okay, so this is Christopher Hill, who is from Bachelor Kitchen, and if you have not had a chance to check him out, please do, bachelorkitchen.com, right?
Yep, and then facebook.com/Bachelor Kitchen too.
All right, so explain how Bachelor Kitchen came about first, and then we're going to talk about all the things that you're working on.
Yeah, I kind of saw an opportunity for people, not just guys, but in general, that are looking to cook, that are looking to learn how to cook. I didn't go to culinary school myself, so everything I've learned is really just through my wanting to know more and be creative and try things out. So I think that's an opportunity for everybody, and I wanted to bring a platform where people could interact and share their stories and recipes and feel like they were comfortable in the kitchen and I don't have some culinary institution flag I can wave over everybody, which is obviously a great thing too, but I just try to be approachable and be somebody that people could relate to and share their stories and recipes with.
So now, and how long ago did you start Bachelor Kitchen?
Gosh, I think actually right at like 2 years. And it's been great. Actually in the process right now of, I'll say the website's still functional, but doing some reworking of some things to make it easier for all you guys to find recipes and in terms of cataloging and that kind of thing. But then I also have a blog, so I was an English writing major in college.
Yeah, and if
so
you have
writing stories and all that kind of stuff too. So.
And I have to say, from the writer standpoint of me, I'm very impressed.
Well, thank you. My mother was a writer, and I think I kind of got the plug from her.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm looking at your Bachelor Kitchen page really quick. That lobster picture is amazing.
Oh, I know. Isn't that beautiful?
It is. So you guys, if you are able to go in front of a computer and you're watching this stream live, go to the facebook.com/Bachelor Kitchen and check out that lobster. It's like a succulent lobster. When did you make that?
That was it was actually for a photo shoot that I did for a magazine actually out of San Francisco there, Gastronomique and Vogue. That was over the holidays for their holiday edition.
Yeah, so tell us, how did that come about? Because I know that was a huge deal. And then don't forget, I want to talk about your recipe book as well.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It was really cool actually. They've been around for I guess year and a half, maybe two.
Mm-hmm.
And they reached out to me for actually I met with some of them. I don't know if you know Kay Cloutman, but she's kind of the brains behind the whole thing. And if you haven't had a chance, I think it's gezmag.com. They have a beautiful website. It's a beautiful publication. A lot of high-end. It's kind of food meets fashion. They have a lot of high-end fashion. A bunch of really cool big-name chefs.
Right.
And yeah, so we did it in Atlanta. My house with some of my family around. Some of my favorite holiday recipes. We always do lobster on Christmas Eve, so
I need to go to your house.
Yeah,
I'm coming to your house next year.
That's right.
No,
it was a lot of fun. I had some friends over, just kind of made a day of it. The photographers were great, and it was a blast.
So now,
they did like a nice 12-page spread on me. So,
and then,
check it out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and then that was just for you guys who it's Gastronomique. In its Vogue, right? Gastronomique.
That is correct.
Gastronomique. I can't even say that.
I know.
Gastronomique Vogue. Yeah. So check out because it really is a beautiful publication, and then two, I want to talk about your rest. Oh, there we go. If you guys can look, he got the picture of the lobster up. It is so pretty.
Oh yeah.
And so the other thing I wanted to ask you about was I want to talk about the recipe book that you just released, so we can sell those because those are really looks like some pretty fun recipes that you had in there, and I'm not sure how you came up with everything, but I would love to hear a little bit of that.
Yeah, for sure. It was first of all, it was a monumental task.
I can't even imagine
going from simply writing recipes on a semi, trying to do them as often as possible, but it takes time obviously to test them and make sure that. Say you buy the book, that they turn out the way that I want them to and that they taste good.
Right.
So there's a lot of testing, but then also I actually did it with a media group out of Virginia that they also managed my website. And it was kind of a new project for all of us, but we saw an opportunity. We've done a good job of building up my fan base and everything. So we decided to go for it and sold a bunch. I still have some. Actually, I'm actually driving right now to Richmond, Virginia, for a segment on their morning show.
Nice.
So I have about at least a box full with me that goes with me wherever I am. We have plenty left. There's in between, I would say, like a magazine and a cookbook. So there's about 50 recipes.
Okay.
Some writing and stories, some tips, things like that.
I'm behind on my order. Just FYI, I know I need to order mine.
Oh, it's all good. I'll actually shoot me an email and I'll send you. Just give me a good address.
Okay.
But and it was kind of focused on the holidays, but a lot of it, just about all of it, really can be cooked anytime. And I try to again do things that were easy and approachable, but also took some of the traditional holiday ideas of like a green bean casserole, totally revamped that with nice, beautiful, like fresh asparagus, some fresh sauteed mushrooms, and topped it with some crispy shallots instead of the packaged, pre-made fried onion rings. Whoever makes, I can't remember who, but
yeah. Well, I mean, every time I look at your pictures, though, it always looks like there's just so much love in there. I mean, you definitely,
goal, right?
Yeah, no, you cook with a lot of passion. And for those of you who get to check him out, you happen to get lucky because he's a handsome chef on top of it. So he is very, very smart. And I'm constantly checking out all the stuff that you do, Chris. And I'm hoping that we get to do something together soon because I think it would be a lot of fun.
Definitely. Well, this is the first step.
Absolutely. Well, and two, I want to know, you have, you did, I saw the morning appearance that you had up, the one with the dog.
Oh, yeah. I think it's finally getting out the West Coast, but I didn't really know who he was. And then, big, cute dog, looks, kind of like a lion. I guess the whole story is somebody called in to the police thinking it was an actual lion.
No way. Oh, my God.
Yeah, and actually, I know the girl. There's a YouTube video with like a million something hits.
No
views,
way.
And I saw her there with the dog in the green room, and I was like, "Is this yours?" And I kind of heard a little bit about it, but I guess the day before they were up on Anderson Cooper, and I think either Good Morning America or the Today Show, something like that.
And that was on the is it Hampton Roads? That's the name of the show.
The Hampton Roads Show. Yeah.
Nice.
I think there should be at least a link, I think there's a link on my Facebook page.
Cool. Well, and I'm going to post everything on it. And if you guys get a chance, please check them out because you're always cooking up something fun and you make me hungry and thirsty. And
that's right. And I try and correspond with everybody as much as I can. So if you have any questions or you want to share some recipes or insights that you guys find, I'm always open ear and open book. So
nice.
Bring it on.
All right. Well, I got Justice Stewart on the other line.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, but I'm going to put everything up. Chris, thank you so much. You know it means the world to me that you called in, and I cannot wait to get together and just keep following all the things that you're doing. Yeah, and I'll send you all that info. So you guys make sure you check out Chris. Do you go by Christopher C. Hill? Do you say the C?
Yeah, or just Chris. Cool,
okay, so Chris Hill from Bachelor Kitchen, again, facebook.com/Bachelor Kitchen or Bachelor Kitchen and then bachelorkitchen.com, and make sure you look at all the stuff that he's got cooking because he really is a fascinating guy. So thanks again, Chris. Have a great one. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Hi, Justice. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, Dawn?
Doing good. I just wanted to have you call in, and I wanted to see really quick if you want to kind of give us some of the background on you. I was just checking out that kale soup, which looked amazing.
Oh, thank you.
So now you are on your way to being a full chef, but you do cook up some pretty spectacular food.
Well, maybe one day. I'm not trained, formally trained in a school or anything like that. But I aspire to be a chef one day.
Well, you know what? I think you do a pretty good job. You cook. You're just like your everyday cook / I don't know. I think you kind of take it up way more than these pictures look pretty spectacular.
All the meals you see are basically meals I prepare for me and my girlfriend and things like that. I also have a food blog as well.
Oh, right. You want to give me that? I'm so sorry, but we actually are going to have to take a break in a second. But
okay, no problem.
But I do want to tell me really quick about that because if you don't mind holding, we can.
No problem. I will hold.
Okay, but really quick, if you want to just tell me about your blog, and we'll go ahead and at least give you a shout out on the blog.
Okay, it's www.gourmetdeconstructed.wordpress.com.
All right, nice. Well, yeah, we're a little bit late on our break right now. So,
okay.
But that's okay. Thank you for calling in. And now we're going to schedule this so I can actually go through some of your food and we'll have way more time to talk to you. But thank you for taking the time to call in. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for interacting and supporting everything I'm doing.
Okay, no problem, Dawn. Have a good day.
You too, Justice. Bye.
And congratulations on the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, this is your host, Dawn Garcia, on ATOD Radio, savoring life one moment at a time.
This segment brought to you by the Monster Marketing Group, 888-49-MONSTER, or www.monstermg.com. Your one-stop shop for all of your logo, design, print, and marketing needs. If you can dream it, they can create it.
And remember, they specialize in doing it quick.
And remember, if you mention you heard about them and the 3 guys ran, you get 25% off your first order.
Over $10,000.
Design, shipping, and handling not included. This product is not made to diagnose, treat, cure, to prevent any disease. If you have an erection lasting more than 4 hours, call another hooker. Don't go to the ER, loser. Use it or lose it.
Are you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Yo, what's up? This is your boy MC High, promoting for my boy DJ Slim. Got a party coming up, wedding, 15, or just a kickback? Hit us up with some of the sickest and baddest collection from old school, hip-hop, Latin, house, salsa, cumbias, y más. We will surely keep your party going. Give us a call at 951-261-1185 or just check out our website at djslimla.com. Book now before the date is taken. Peace.
Slim.
Hi, everyone. This is A Taste of Dawn. I'm your host, Dawn Garcia, and this is a show about indulging in this crazy thing we call life. All right, you guys, I am on the line now with Miss Allie Levine of Allie Levine Designs, who is a celebrity stylist. And I want to just thank you so much, Allie, for calling in and taking a break. She's actually on set right now, so we're going to let her do all the talking for a second and just kind of tell us what she's working on. So, hi, Allie.
Hi, Dawn. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, it took me a few. I had to run off set after we were all set up for our shot.
Hey, you're calling. That's all I care about. So, so right now we actually have the picture up of your New York Times post, which is pretty awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, so really excited about that. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing and kind of just a little bit of your background and how you got started.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you know, I'm from New York, and I moved out to LA almost 2.5 years ago now to further pursue styling and my real passion, which is fashion. And it's just been great. I've made amazing contacts. Right now I'm working with this amazing makeup artist, Margot Lancaster. She's worked with Peter Gabriel and up-and-coming hot new actor Dustin Milligan. We've been teaming up to do a lot of different editorials and photo shoots, red carpets together. She's makeup and just absolutely amazing, and someone I've been really excited to have the opportunity to collaborate with.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm working on a lookbook shoot with a hot new up-and-coming company called Milan Brand. It's a sports caps company. You should definitely check them out. They're a very cool new emerging brand. So we are on the set doing their lookbook shoot today in LA.
And what's the name of the brand one more time?
Oh, yes, Milan Brand, M-E-L-I-N. And I believe it's just twitter.com/Milan Brand. And that is the same for all of their following.
All right, cool. Thank you for that. Okay, so
Yes,
sorry to
you're
interrupt you. Go ahead.
And last week I worked with the beautiful Emily Maynard from The Bachelorette for one of her celebrity photo shoots, which was just fabulous. We had a great time doing a 15-look shoot. And what else have I been up to? I've really just been working with a bunch of different clients, getting to do some different fashion tips and some different blogs. As you mentioned, the big one was the New York Times, which was very exciting.
Yeah, I was
hoping to have another one soon, so I'll keep you all posted on that.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm going to have to interview, I think, for the magazine now.
That would be fabulous. I would love to collaborate with you. You know, I follow your stuff and think it's great.
Well, thanks. And I mean, I've been following everything that you're doing. And first, I want to say congratulations, too, because in the midst of all of her chaos, she did manage to get married.
That's right. I did get married, didn't I?
You did. So congratulations, too. And it's been, what, a month, you said?
No, actually, it's been 6 months. But it feels
6
like
months.
Months, and I really feel like I didn't get to go on a honeymoon, but that's okay.
Yeah, I got it. Can't even imagine. You work like I work, so never enough time in the day, you know?
Running on adrenaline. It's pure adrenaline of what I love to do.
I will see, and I love that. And, you know, you were telling me, too, about how just, you know, you go in and you spend, God, sometimes it's a 14-hour day. Just, you know, I love the detail that you give to all of the looks that you're doing. It feels like every time I look at a picture, you don't miss a thing.
Oh, thank you so much. I really pride myself on the details and making people feel confident. Like the New York Times quoted me, confident is your best accessory, having that confidence. And I really pull for that for all of my clients, whether it's red carpet, a photo shoot, a lookbook like today. It's all about the details, and that's who I am.
Well, yeah, and you know about my background in makeup and film, so trust me when I
do.
say someone like you is
I know
highly.
You appreciate detail.
Oh my God, yeah, you would be like the most ideal wardrobe person to work with ever. It would have been the best set ever.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
for that.
so
thank you. I really appreciate the support.
Absolutely. So your site is AllieLevineDesign.com, right?
Yes, it is, and that is the same for my Twitter. Is at Allie Levine Design. Facebook.com/Allie Levine Design is my business page. And if whoever's listening could go on and like it and share it, I would love to hear people's comments and feedback and what maybe they're looking for. I love to do my little Twitter sensation, as you know, that's come around is Trends Tuesday, which every week as I do different trends, I feature different designers, up and coming fun things, and I love to hear from everyday clients as well as the celebrities I work with on what they want to hear about, what they want to see, and I really interact with the people that follow me. So whoever's listening, please feel free to contact me, email me, write on my Facebook, tell me what you want to hear, what you want to see, and I will take it into account and work on that for you.
Yeah, and when I start getting on TV, let me just tell you guys, this is who I'm calling. And I do want to say really quick, before we have like literally 2 minutes left, but I wanted to make sure that you let everybody know about your new news channel as well. Because that's pretty exciting, your YouTube channel.
YouTube.com/Allie Levine Design. It's my first fashion channel. I'm very excited. YouTube asked me to partner with them, and I'm working very aggressively on that, so there will be a new video very shortly with all my new fashion trends and everything I'm up to.
Yeah, well, I'm going to keep watching because I'm sure I have lots to learn. So,
well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate the support, and thank you for having me on the show. It was so nice to chat with you.
It was. Thank you so much, Allie, and I hope you have a really good rest of your shoot today. And again, thanks for sneaking out to do this. I really appreciate it.
Hey, you're welcome. You got to make time for something. So thank you so much again for having me on, and have a fashionable day.
Thanks, and I'll put all your stuff up on my Facebook page and my site as well.
Thank you, Dawn.
All right, thanks, Allie. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. All right, you guys, I can't believe how fast that hour went, but we are at our last 2 minutes, and I just wanted to thank everybody that called in. It's been kind of a nice little plethora of everything related to life and living it, which is, of course, we covered art and food and design and photography and just everything in between, and I just feel so incredibly fortunate that you guys are listening and giving me this opportunity to kind of tell you about what's out there. So I'll be back next Tuesday at noon, and I will make sure that we just keep getting more exciting and have even more cool people calling in. And if you have any fun recipes or anything that you want to share, make sure you send me a message on Facebook at facebook.com/A Taste of Dawn, ATOD. So that's A Taste of Dawn, caps ATOD. And I will make sure that I give you a shout out on the air. And you can also follow me on Twitter at A Taste of Dawn. And just, keep everything coming. And don't forget that next Monday, I'm hoping that the magazine will be completely ready and we will have our first edition of the year out. So looking forward to all of that. And that's really it. I just want to thank you, and remember to savor every single second of every single moment. Don't take anything for granted. Just be happy, smile, share some passion with the rest of the world. And that's it. Have a really, really good weekend, you guys. Don't forget David Minkin Saturday at the Club Bordeaux, and I have a lot to report on that. I can't wait. So that's Food, Wine, and Magic. All right, you guys, have a really good rest of your day. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, this is your host, Dawn Garcia, on ATOD Radio, savoring life one moment at a time.